Hello and welcome to the Junk Room Craft Table where we create whatever. I'm here today to start working on the inside of the altered book that we are working on. So 2 videos prior to this one where we ripped pages out and then we glued pages together. So let's just take a peek at some of the pockets we made. Lots to work with in this altered book. Let's get started. Now, I'm not an expert. I'm not a junk journaling, professional. I just love to craft. And so there's no right or wrong way to go about doing this. There are so many YouTube channels that you can watch that will show you how to do an altered book junk journal, and just as many channels that will show you how they go about doing it. I like to have a theme usually. I'm not good if I don't have something to kind of guide the whole process. This time I didn't have an idea for a theme. I just knew I wanted to do an altered book. So I need something to get me started, because this is, okay, now what do I do with it? This is all nice and great, but that's it. There's nothing in here that interests me at this point. I have to change that because I want to be able to use it. That's why we make them. Although sometimes we make them just because they're pretty and it's fun, but I hope that I can use this one. And I was looking at what I had in the junk room. So use what you have, whatever it is, just pull things out and see if anything starts speaking to you. So I just pulled out some scrapbooking paper. I've been a scrapbooker for good 20 years, and I have lots of scrapbooking stuff, and I've only really been junk journaling the last year and a bit as I'm doing it at work with the teen girls that I work with. And so it's been an interesting transition to go from scrapbooking to junk journaling. And I got to use what I have. And so I was going through some paper. So these packages come from the dollar store. Now I'm in Canada, St. Thomas, Ontario. So Dollarama, $1.25 for these packs. Sometimes they coordinate, sometimes they don't. There's all kinds of different pads. And so I just was pulling out different pads of paper that I had to see if anything really spoke to me. And I thought maybe I should work with colors I normally don't work with, like pink. I'm not a pink girl. I can't say I like pink. Purple though, for sure. And then there's this big pad, and it had some nice colors in it too. So I thought maybe, oh, look at that. Maybe I could use one of these to jumpstart my creativity. Then I had this paper set. Got a pile here. And these are my colors. Fall colors, earth colors. Those are the colors I'm drawn to, but this is for the fall. It's more fallish. So I'm going to put that aside and rule that one out. I'm also going to rule out, none of these ones are really speaking to me right now. So I'm going to put those aside maybe for another time. So we'll put those to the side. This in here, not what I'm going for. Doesn't do anything for me. This one here, is really, really, really pale. And I'm not in a pale kind of mood. We'll get rid of that. So that leaves me with 4. This is just, I just found this, and it's just a cut, peel, and stick with this print. So it was in with these piles of paper, and so I thought, oh, this might be good to use in a collage. You just cut them and stick them. So might use those. All right, so now I'm down to 4 options, but I think this is kind of the color palette. I'm looking for bright, thinking of spring, how I want spring. We had a snowstorm go through last night. Bright, beautiful, sunny day today, but we still got lots of snow, and I think I'm ready for spring. So let's see, what would be one in here that would just maybe jumpstart. Yep, I don't think it's gonna be there. I'm liking this pack. Well, those are very bright colors. What's in this one? This coordinates a little bit better. See, I like that. That. Write your own rules. Hey, maybe that's what we can do today. You know what? I'm gonna go with this one because in this pad there's more things I can use these for collages and journal cards, and it's all coordinated, so it takes out a lot of the work. All right, and then some of these might go in it with some of the colors. I'm not sure. And this one I'll save for another time, although bear with me, this is the process part of my thinking process. But this has some yellow in it, and is there gold? I love the gold. Is there any? That's close, but I'll save this one for later. All right, we'll put these ones aside, but keep them close. I have this paper pad. It was in the junk room. It's called Deep Blossoms, and it's kind of glary because that gold. Love sparkly things. It's Craft Smart paper pad. I don't know if you can still get it or not, but let's use it. Now, if you remember from our second video, we left a couple of the pages without doing anything with them. And I'm just going to leave them. So I'm just going to pull out the paper from here that I want to work with. And this is actually a little bit heavy paper, so I have to be mindful that I don't bulk up my junk journal, because then it will have alligator mouth, and although those are fun, over time will break down, and we don't want our books to fall apart. Now this paper right here, I would not normally use it in any type of scrapbook page, but you know what? I'm gonna expand my horizon here. Yep, just gonna do it. So yeah, look around. You can use whatever you have. And I do love that the dollar store carries scrapbook paper and pads of paper. I love this bloom. Yeah, I'm feeling the bloom. Sorry, everything's falling apart. Where flowers bloom, so does hope. Oh, I like that. So what I've done, if you haven't already noticed, is I'm just pulling out one page of each, but I think I missed a few. So I did that. I didn't do that, so let's pull that out. I think, yep, there's one page of each. I did not do this one. Sorry for the glare. And this one, look at all the stuff we can use on that in our book. And this one is so busy and loud to me. I don't like it, but again, let's get out of our comfort zone and do things that we normally wouldn't do. And who knows, we might surprise ourselves. Okay, so again, I think I'm going with kind of just a spring vibe for this altered book. This, if you're new to junk journaling and you're feeling overwhelmed at this point of where to start, I am there with you, because I've done a lot of altered books, but not without a theme or a focus. So I'm feeling very much out of my comfort zone and lost at where to begin, which is not good if you're trying to do a video. Maybe I should have thought about this a little bit more before I turned on the camera. But you know what? It just might encourage someone out there just to jump in and start. So let's just start. I don't know where. Let's find one of these pages to start with. Love, create, grow. Oh my goodness, isn't that appropriate for right now? Oh look, that green here in the junk journal in the book is that green there. Oh my goodness. See, look at that. It's just, oh, it's meant to be. See, you just never know what will happen. Yes. Bloom. Okay. I think what I want to do is start doing a collage. Now, I didn't read this book. I didn't check for any bad words. So we want to make sure that we cover this up. So you could go about it painting or gessoing. I did not have gesso when I first started, but I do have some now, but not in this junk room. I'm at work, so I don't have gesso here, but I do have gesso at home in my junk room. That's not going to do me any good. So I'm going to find some paint and see what colors I have in the junk room. So as you can see, I have lots of greens, and these are all dollar store paints. Now there's greens in the paper, but I'm not going to be using them to start with. And purple's my favorite color, but purple's not in the paper, so we'll put that to a side just because it's my favorite. I think this one will be good to add some glitter because it's aqua and there's that color in the paper, so I'll put that aside. This is fine glitter paint, silver. Maybe silver's not my favorite color, but who knows. And then there's this bright red. There's red in the paper, but that's not what I want to start with. definitely don't want to start with yellow. That's more silver. The other thing is gold paint. And this is going to be great for edging or little accents. So I'm going to keep my gold out, because if you don't have any like special inks or anything for your edges, you can use paint. And you can use paint to splatter. I don't have all those fancy sprays that you can use to splatter, so gold it's going to be. But I love the gold, so we're going to keep gold off to the side. But while I was digging, I found some deliciousness of things that we can use for collage. So a map, Los Angeles, Bakersfield, San Diego, Mexico down here, Las Vegas. Okay, I've been to Las Vegas, but that's as far as I went. But so old maps. Oh, what's on this side? Denver, Colorado. So maps are great to use in collage. Old phone books. Got lots of these. So can use that because I like that it has numbers. Other book pages with different shades of cream or aging. I like to have different kind of texts and numbers. Dictionary pages are great to have on collage pages. Textbooks, old textbooks. Books that have another language in them, and I couldn't find any here, but in this junk room, but I do have some old book pages. 'Cause don't you just love that color? Oh my goodness, it's gorgeous. Music, songbooks, and one thing that I love having on my collages is music. And I don't have any here, so I'm gonna have to bring some from my junk room at home. Butterflies, I love butterflies. You can use them on so many projects. Some doilies, old sewing patterns. Oh my goodness, lots of these in the junk room. Those are great. And then this was just out of a magazine. I just liked it because it had a different color, texture, and different places. And then on the back there's postage and that. I also like to use a lot of postage stamps, faux ones and real ones that come in the mail. Okay, so I'm feeling a little bit more settled and confident that I can do this with you, or you may never want to follow another video. And you know what? If you don't have to start at the beginning, this is a junk book, so there's no rules. And what I'm discovering is the more you junk journal, the more you discover what you like and what you don't like, and it's a journey, it's a process. And so it's a place where you can just kind of let go. If you need things a certain way in a certain order, this is an opportunity to stretch yourself and just kind of let go in a safe place, where nobody needs to see your work. There's no mistakes, even if we do something that appears to be a mistake, it's not. We can use anything that happens in here. So I'm giving you permission, especially if you're new to this crafting, just to embrace whatever and just create whatever, and we'll just keep learning together and journeying together and enjoy the process of playing. And because we all need to have a space where we can play and unwind and just be in the moment. So let's do that. I'm going to pick, I think I'm just going to start in the middle. And yes, it kind of seems a little silly to put more book pages on book pages. but we're going to do it. My table is very small, and I need to get one of those. I've seen them a lot in other videos where they have a book weight and it holds the pages down. Oh, put that on my wish list for sure. Okay. Let's see. Is that going to stay? All right, let's bring out some color. So you see how different the colors are? Oh my goodness, it's so yummy. All right, let's do it. Let's just rip. Get some paper, some glue. I think right now I'm just going to use a glue stick. Hope this, oh, this one smells. What's with the glue smelling? Is there an expiry date on these things? I don't know. But this one has a smell to it. I don't know. Do you know if there's glue expires? Everything else seems to do. So I'm just going to pluck that down there, and yep, it's sideways. And I love this font. That old font. Didn't get glue over here. The other thing I'm learning is I'm not very good at multitasking, thinking, talking, and working on a page, which I find really, really interesting. Put me in front of the camera and I can talk no problem. But this is a big stretch for me, growth piece for me, and took me a long time to even get the courage up to share what I love to do, but I was just told to just start. And so if you're joining me, thank you so much. I've read some of your comments. I've read them all. I'm not that big yet. So I've been able to read them all, and so encouraging. So thank you. I had someone say that they were waiting for this next video. So here we are. And there's no rhyme or reason to this. I'm getting something on the page so that I feel like I've accomplished something. So yeah, so I'm learning a lot about my own crafting self with doing this channel. Some things have been quite the surprise. I have so many ideas and so many things that I want to do and share. I have a list a mile long. Never edited videos before. So yeah. But when you love what you do, it's not work. And I get to do this at work. And it just doesn't feel like work. Let's see. Kind of like see, this way, even if you have some spots where you didn't get covered, like here is still the book page, and up here you could leave that, because who's gonna know that that's not part of the collage, but the original paper. So okay. Oh, there's missed some layer. There we go. Let's see if I use a piece of this map just at the top. Let's see. And I don't even know if I'm in the camera. All right, there. Oh, that feels so good to know that I've got something on a page and it doesn't look like the rest of the book. Okay, we're making progress. I found Snow White paint, and it's still good. So I thought if I mixed a little of this with a little of this, I might get the brown I'm looking for. What's this? This is Queen's Gold embossing powder. Use that maybe another time. So let's see what this does. Now, if I was smart, I would get something to mix these guys with. Okay, just gonna. Ooh. Okay, let's see. Mix these two together. Let's see. Is this gonna... Oh, it's not white anymore. Let's see what happens if I add a little bit more gold. All right, let's... Probably don't have the best paintbrush, but that's what I have on the table. Isn't that a beautiful masterpiece? Okay, not yet. You're right. And I'm just going to spread this around because we can use this somewhere else. So nothing goes to waste. So just spreading that out there. Yep. Okay. And at this point, we need to let that dry. If you have a heating tool, go ahead and use that now. And I do have a hot glue gun that was donated, but wouldn't you know, there is no plug here in this room, no outlet. We are in what used to be a church, and this is an old building, and so storage and electrical, not a big priority back in the day. So I'm just gonna have to let this air dry. But I used a thin coat, so it shouldn't take that long. And I work at Youth Unlimited, YFC, Elgin County, and I have the great privilege of bringing my passions together into one place. My passion for my faith, my passion for young people and youth, and my passion for crafting, in particular at this time in my life, junk journaling. And so, yes, but all this goodness, there's no outlet. Okay, I think that's good for now. And if I wanted to tone that down, I could go back over it with some white, or tea dye. But I think I'm just, you know what, let's see what happens. At this point, I am just playing. This is kind of what it would look like if you put some white gesso on it. That's exactly what it would look like. So that's all right. Let's do a little bit more of that. There's so many great YouTubers out there that have all kinds of ideas, and I just love the junk journaling community. It's a global community where people are so generous and sharing their love and their ideas. And I did have a doily that I'm thinking. Now make sure this isn't, no, is this a pocket? Guess I should have checked that first. It's not a pocket, it's just a nice thick page. Once it really dries, I'll trim it off a little bit. Could use it for a little tuck spot, or just a page of interest. Let's just use it for a feature of interest. And I'm just, oh, see, that's started to come apart. That's what was fooling me about it being a pocket. So if you have any of that, depending on the glue we use to put it down, you just glue it back. So that, and that's gonna go there. I'm not gonna glue it down yet until the page is a little bit drier, but you're gonna get the idea. So let's see, that would look really pretty. So I'm just gonna cut this out. Maybe this could be our focal point. Just want to put something behind there just to add some dimension to it. And what else? Yeah, so you can't really see it. It is there. See, it's there. It's hard to see though, so what does this look like? Ooh, this is very chocolatey. What does that look like? You can see that a little bit better. Kind of need one little something little right here. Okay. All right, everybody come back. I just want it, so it's just a hint. Yeah, just a hint of color. It's more than a hint. Oh, there. glue it down. Yeah, normally I would tea dye this. I prefer the tea dye. So we're making a cluster to put on the page. I did find this cutest little flower punch that I want to try, see if it works. Oh my goodness, it's so tiny. Look at that. Look how tiny that is. That's so cute. I think it might be, yeah. Okay. Now, how is this not going to get lost? Let's turn it into a ticket. There we go. Do we like that? Okay. Somebody hold this. I want to punch out some more flowers. There. Do a little cluster of flowers there, I think. What do you think? I'm thinking let's take one of these little flowers out and put a different color there. And because this is so small, I don't know if you can, I'm going to take this paper, the pink. Oh my goodness, this is so tiny. And then put the pink there. Yeah, that adds a little bit of balance. I don't know if I like the way I did my corners though. Okay. Don't like it. Okay, enough of this waffling, as I've heard some of my favorite YouTube people say, or across the pond. All right, let's just glue this down. I like the vintage style. I think that's my wheelhouse. Although these colors are not vintage. Oh, that would work if I made it even a bigger piece. Okay. That works. Okay, glue this on. Now, if you're working on a page like I am and you're really having a hard time liking it, like I am, let's not worry about that. Let's just keep building it up. And we just keep adding until we get to a place where it works. So this is where you might need a different kind of glue that holds material. So I'm going to go to the tacky glue because it's not, dollar store glue is not holding it. getting there. It's starting to get there. Whoops, these tiny things though? Oh my goodness. Well. Oh my goodness. Okay, tacky glue it is. And instead of putting it on the flower, I'm just gonna do a bead of glue on either side. There we go. Okay. Put the glue lid on. Close the glue lid so they don't get jammed up there. Okay. This is not my best work. just saying. But I think I've got something going here. So for now, I'm going to leave it at this, and I'm going to just let it sit. And then I'm going to come back to it, because sometimes when you're working and nothing seems to be going right, if you leave it and then you come back, something else might click. But I do like the colors, and I'm not sure if this can be a little tuck spot or not, but we'll leave it at this, and then we'll come back to it and see if I was able to do anything else, and keep going in this book and use all these yummy colors that I normally don't use. Thanks for joining me. And I'm going to leave you with this verse. Let everything that breathes sing praises to the Lord. Psalms 150, verse 6. Have a great day, everybody.